Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now September 29th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of Star Wars fans around the world have truly been looking forward to what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have in store for the future of the Star Wars universe by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter if you guys want to go ahead and follow me at Mike01. I do post a couple of fun and entertaining things on there from time to time. Now, here we are, it is the end of September. We are rolling into October, which is going to be another special month for Star Wars because that's when we're going to be able to get that official tease of the Book of Boba Fett, and also the official full trailer that's going to drop on November 12th during Disney Plus Day, giving the fans what Robert Rodriguez is really doing with, of course, the new Star Wars universe and how he's handling the character Boba in this new TV show for Disney Plus. Now, given that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they have their hands tied, right? They're already working on over a dozen Star Wars projects. We know this already, but we also know that they are going to be introducing new Star Wars lore. Basically lore that we have never seen both in Legends and in the current canon. So they will be building off of what already exists in the Disney canon and how they're going to be combining that with Star Wars Legends in the mix. Now, moving beyond all of this, we do know that there are a handful of Star Wars TV shows out there that have yet to be announced, that will be announced over at Disney Plus Day and over at Star Wars Celebration. So Star Wars Celebration is going to be the big deal because Celebration, they will be unveiling the full roadmap of Star Wars, giving us an official timeline of where Star Wars is going to go all the way up until at least minimum the year 2024. So with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing has everything to do with Kathleen Kennedy and what's been going on behind the scenes for the past number of weeks. So, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are indeed developing new Star Wars TV shows for the Disney Plus platform, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are currently filming The Mandalorian Season 3 before they move on to the Ahsoka series, which begins filming in early 2022. However, many changes have been happening behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm for many TV shows, even with some of the unannounced Star Wars TV shows that will be unveiled at Celebration. Now, it's explained that there have been some issues happening behind the scenes with Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy and actress Brie Larson, who has been set and locked in to portray Maeve and voice the character in an upcoming Star Wars animated TV series that was going to be used as a spin-off show for The Acolyte. Now, currently Brie Larson is said to be stepping down from the series of such project that features the character Maeve for two major reasons. The first reason for Brie Larson quitting from the series has to do with Kathleen Kennedy tapping into changing elements of the character that Brie Larson did not agree with. Given that Maeve is said to be a Jedi god of sorts, Kennedy wanted to focus on a different time in the character's life that was going to show the character's weakness, and that this is something that Brie Larson had trouble with. Not just that, but their show was not just going to be about Maeve, it was going to be about other Jedi as well, and Larson had tons of issues with that as well on top of that. Now, initially she had signed on for the show believing it was going to be all about her character alone, and things changed down the road. So let me just stop right here for a second. In case you guys did not know, Larson was attached to two Star Wars TV shows, The Acolyte and the Acolyte spin-off series that was going to drop in a couple of years from now. Now, obviously, Brie Larson has had a lot of problems with the cast on the set of Marvel, and it seems as though that she's having the same exact issues with Star Wars. This time, it seems to be more so unexpectedly with Kathleen Kennedy. Now, however, the second reason for Larson's departure from the series actually dives into Leslie Headland backing out of the show as a writer. Given, of course, the fact that this series was going to be a spin-off of the Acolyte series, Leslie wanted to actually strictly focus on the Acolyte series, specifically only at later times. Of course, she decided to step down from the spin-off show just a couple of weeks ago, and that this has led the series to becoming cancelled, and will no longer be unveiled at Star Wars Celebration of 22. Now, there is no chance that it will be reworked in any way, shape, or form. However, for now, Larson is still attached to the Acolyte series as the live-action version of Maeve. Given the show had also lost many writers besides Leslie Headland, Disney and Lucasfilm had a hard time finding new writers for the spin-off series of The Acolyte that was supposed to be an animated show to replace the slot for The Bad Batch of the specific year. Now, Brie Larson also made it clear to the Disney higher-ups that she does not have plans to return for The Acolyte Season 2 if it ends up happening, which has, by the way, been discussed already between Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Chapek about a Season 2 happening. A Season 2 of the series will only happen if The Acolyte proves successful to the audience. This is all on Disney's terms. They will do a Season 2 if it only proves successful. However, regardless of the fact, if there is going to be a Season 2 of the Acolyte series, the live-action series, she will no longer be a part of that, Brie Larson. She already stepped away from the animated spin-off, she quit from that show, and if there is a Season 2, she will be stepping away from that as well. Now, this is a big deal, because I think that this just goes to show you that it doesn't matter, you know, how an actor or actress really is. Kathleen Kennedy seems to always create some kind of problems on the set or create some kind of changes at last minute that really gets on the actor's nerves, right? We have seen this with Daisy Ridley, for a great example. Daisy Ridley's scenes got cut at last minute. A lot of her scenes were supposed to involve, you know, fighting Palpatine in a nice lightsaber duel with Ben Solo. Another great scene, as an example, was she was supposed to have another handful of scenes of Dark Rey, actually having her fight Dark Rey in an extended sequence. That was all deleted as well. You know, we were supposed to have a lot more Daisy Ridley scenes with that actual lightsaber action in Episode 9 that Kennedy erased. So here we are now. Brie Larson, you know, I really gotta say one thing. I was never really looking forward to the Acolyte series itself anyway, let alone a spin-off show. I think that they were jumping the gun a little too much. They were obviously heading, you know, into this way too fast. The Acolyte series is not even filmed yet. We have no idea what it's going to look like just yet. And I think that the proper way to go about doing things in order to create a spin-off, you got to release the live-action version first, right? That's it. You got to see how well it does, then you can go on and say, let's do a spin-off. But them jumping ahead and just saying, let's do a spin-off and the actual main story at the same exact time, it really made no sense to me. Again, this animated series was supposed to focus on Larson's character and a handful of other Jedi by her side, and Larson didn't seem to like that. I guess she signed on for the role thinking that this was going to be a dedicated solo type of, you know, Star Wars series dedicated to this character alone. And even in the Solo films, it's not just about that one character. Look at Solo: A Star Wars Story. It's not just about Han Solo. It's about Kira, it's about somewhat, you know, Darth Maul at the end, but it's also really about Chewbacca as well. It kind of dives into that character's life, as well as Lando Calrissian. How can you forget about him? So I guess Larson figured it was going to be mainly about her and her only, kind of like, you know, indie style, where it would be more independently made and it would focus just on one character. And obviously that's not going to be the case in any scenario, because that would just be boring if it was just one character. You have to have some kind of hoops to shoot through and some kind of challenges, and Larson did not like the character going through more weaknesses. So, like I said, guys, you know, it is a very interesting development that this show is not going to be announced at Celebration. Let me know what you guys think about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.